Hey everybody, it's Darnell Curry from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit subscribe, and leave a notification on so you not miss DTV at its best. This is my Thursday morning updates for August 21st, 2025. Right now at DCN Networks presents Power Players, we are so close. It's so close. It's not even funny no more. We're at 996 subscribers. We're less than four, count them, four subscribers away to reach our plateau on the PlayStation Network and on the YouTube community to have 1,000 subscribers. And I was telling everybody, like I said, everybody kept asking me, what happens when you hit that 1,000 mark? Oh, we're going to celebrate. We don't have no big, crazy party, but I will say we're going to have a little get together. We'll just wait and see what happens. But keep in mind, next month is our state of direction. Now, if we hit that 1,000 mark, instead of having a state of direction every month, we will have one twice a year, just as long as it stays over 1,000 or higher. Okay, and I will explain that later next month to again old and new subscribers. That is just my way of being neutral with YouTube and the PlayStation community, if that makes any sense right now. But I will explain everything again in upcoming weeks to come. One of my friends asked me on a request, do, in fact, I can't think of her name right now, but she wanted me to do some gameplay on Spider-Man 2. And I say between September, which that's next month, and October, I will do some gameplay back on Spider-Man 2. Keep in mind, you got a lot of things coming up soon, especially for October. Okay, just to let everybody know. Let's talk about movies. Okay, the kids are back in school. I saw Nobody 2. I might see this today. I haven't decided, but I'm thinking about it. And that's Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday came out last week. This is the sequel from Freaky Friday 1. This is a Disney project, and it's already out. So again, shout out goes out to Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. They have it in, so they gotta play body swap and do it all over again. So I saw the first Freaky Friday back in the days, and now this is the sequel part 2 of it. It's a good 50-50 chance I might see that today. If not, I could wait till next week. What else? I just checked on Amazon today. The Thunderbolts is on home video. Yes. Now, they do have the steelbook. I'm debating right now, do I want to pay $43 for a steelbook? And with tax and all, I know I'm coming out over like over $53, $54. So I'm debating. It would be cool to have the steelbook. It's just I still got a week to think about it. But either way it goes, that will probably be the next movie I will get on home video. I'm like 5 movies behind. I gotta get the Thunderbolts. I gotta get Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, and there's a couple other movies I have to get. So once I get that, I'll show it live here on DCN Networks Presents Power Players. Okay. Told everybody the other day I have this caption card. So right now I'm studying. Right now, and this is by Worky. I'm just studying. This is a USB 3.0 caption card. Because my plan is right now, once we hit this show over 1,000, once I get my study in, and everything goes well, hopefully within the near foreseeable future, that you might see some Nintendo Switch 2 gameplay on here. But it's gonna take time. It's gonna take process. I'm gonna be doing a lot of testing. So once I figure out how this thing works, if I have to get extra parts or whatever I need to make it work, I will keep everybody updated. So I'm trying to add new broadcasting features to the show, and the caption card will do a lot of justice right now. So stay tuned for further details. I will let everybody know once I finally get it working. And you might either see or hear me place a Nintendo Switch 2 on the YouTube channel of DCN, which presents Power Players. So as far as what I'm going to get on that, it'll be right away. But again, I got to do some video game homework, so you can get any capture card. And again, I want to give a shout out to Alex the Lone Wolf. As you can see on the screen right now, there it is, the capture card. I'll take it out the box right quick. I haven't even hooked it up yet because I got to see what all it can do. But it looks like this. For those who may not want to know, let me just want to hold this right because this thing is real small. It looks like this. I'll bring it as close to the screen as possible. There you go. So I don't know how long it's going to take for me to figure this out. It might take a week, might take a month. I don't know. I'm doing research right now. I know I got to get a couple more other parts for it. And I want to make sure I have everything before I get started on this huge project. So um, that might cut my broadcast time in half because now, if everything works, now you get a chance to see me play uh, PlayStation 4 or 5 games. But I didn't really get it for that. I really got it mainly to see what I could do with Nintendo Switch. So stay tuned for further updates as far as future gameplay on DCN that represents Power Players from the Nintendo Switch 2. And once everything is a green light, you guys get to see it live on here. But Freaky Friday's already out. I'm debating again. Let's see if we can see it this week. All right. And speaking of entertaining, let's get this out right now. Again, shout out goes out to the WWE Corporation, the WWE Enterprises, the WWE Network. Vinnie Mac, miss you. Again, shout out goes out to Vincent Kennedy McMahon. To the game, Triple H, you holding it down. To TKO Entertainment, the final boss, The Rock, handle y'all business. I was doing again, I like doing research on certain things, especially when it comes down to entertaining, gaming, even wrestling, because everybody knows I'm a huge wrestling fan. And Peacock, the next pay-per-view, and again, shout out goes out to the Peacock Corporation. The next pay-per-view that is a WWE event will be Clash in Paris. I think it's either this week or next week. I won't be able to get the chance to see it. I'll be at work anyway. All right. But I do want to give out a very special shout out that this information was informed to me. So if you want to check out his show, check out Sean's Views Entertainment. I've been watching this guy for a minute now. Don't get me wrong. I know my wrestler, but this guy is like the Clark Kent of the wrestling world. He knows stuff that I'm trying to figure out myself, and believe it or not, he's right on it. So again, I've subbed to his show. I think I've been a fan of his show for almost close to 9 months now. It's going on towards a year. And again, if you want to check out anything as far as within sports, especially in the world of wrestling, you name it, from WWE all the way to AEW to Ring of Honor, whatever corporation it is. Again, I call him the Clark Kent of the wrestling world because this guy be on it. And again, I want to give a shout out to him and from what he was saying, and I'm about to share with you guys on a brief moment that Peacock Clash of the Champions will be the last pay-per-view on Peacock. Now, I was saying on my last show that pay-per-view is going to ESPN. and I'll explain that right now. At first, I was a little frustrated. I'm still a little frustrated because I'm so used to being on Peacock. So you got good news and bad news. Start with the bad news. The bad news that all WWE, or they call it PVL, which is suck. I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm just gonna call it old school pay-per-view. Okay, will be Clash in Paris, and that's going to be the last pay-per-view event on Peacock. And to the one viewer that's watching this show right now, welcome to DCNX Presents Power Players. Right now I'm talking about updates as far as gaming, movies, wrestling, you name it. Alright? And please, everybody, sub to the show. Back to what I was saying. That's going to be the last event. Now, they was in talks that ESPN was supposed to transfer over next year, but because this is a serious matter with WWE, they decided to say, you know what, we're going to be on ESPN next month. And here's how it works. For those who already have ESPN through your cable provider, with me, of course, I'm down with the X because the Wi-Fi is booming. So shout out goes out to Xfinity. I got everything. Cable, internet, including my phone that I'm paying off within the next 2 years. Hopefully I'll have that phone pay off sooner. But if you have any cable provider that has ESPN, here's where it gets fun. All right. For like guys like me, because I have ESPN. Yeah, I was talking to my roommate the other day. So yes, I definitely do have ESPN. We could watch the WWE Network, excuse me, for free. Yep. Didn't want to believe it myself, but again, huge shout out goes out to Sean Views Entertainment, and that's how I got the information from him. But yeah, so if you want to watch any pay per view or what they call it PVL, with some things just don't meant to be changed. Pay per view sounds better to me, but that would cause a lot of frustration, and a lot of people wasn't feeling that. So now, uh, including myself, even though I don't get a chance to watch these events at home, not unless it's WrestleMania or something. If it's like a 2-day event, I might be able to catch it on that Sunday or whatever. But in any case, long story short, if you have ESPN on any cable provider, doesn't matter who it is, you get to see it for free. Thank God I got standard cable, and ESPN is a part of that. Now, because I have Peacock, I won't be able to watch wrestling on there no more, but I will still keep Peacock because there are certain movies that I do like from time to time. And I also have HBO Max. Them the only two things I need. All them other channels and all that's what cable stick you at. And them channels ain't cheap. Some of them be running from $29.99. Some of them be running like $80. Hell, that the cable be gonna cost more than your damn rent. I ain't going out like that. So, but in any case, if you got ESPN, you get to watch it for free. Now, for those who don't have ESPN, you're gonna have to pay $29.99. Thank God I don't have to pay that. So now, between me and my roommate or whatever, we can watch it for free. So as of now, the WWE Network is official home of ESPN, which in kind of a way that does make sense because you got everything on there from all the sports, from basketball, football, Super Bowl, all that's gonna be on there anyway. So, do I think they made a good decision? I mean, it's gonna take some time getting used to. So, in a way, yeah. So, I'm not gonna complain. I got it for free, especially if I already got ESPN with my cable package, so I'm covered. So, for those who don't have it, talk to your cable provider or at least check and see, do you have ESPN? And if you don't, hey, drop that $29.99. Or sometimes they do have like different promotions. Now, if you can get it on a promotion might last maybe like a year or two. If it's gonna save you an extra 20, $30, I'm just saying as an example, get it. So, but yes, WWE Network. In fact, they're going to move next month. I'm thinking it's going to be a year. I was hoping it was going to be get it in a year. That way we can ride 2025 out, but it was causing issues. It was causing complaints. Everybody was like, you know what y'all going to do? So to all the WWE fans in the universe, including myself, rejoice, because if you have this, especially ESPN, we are saved. I ain't got to pay not one damn dime, especially if you got ESPN. You know, I barely even watch it, but now I have a reason to watch it. Okay, and leave in the comments and let me know, do you guys have ESPN so y'all can check out some of the pay-per-view events that WWE can offer to everybody. All right. Now, as far as Raw being on Netflix, I'm not buying Netflix. That ain't happening. No, I'm already paying WWE as it is. So to get Netflix, no, no. For every time I told you guys on my last show, for every time I buy a game, for every time I buy a T-shirt, for every time I buy a championship belt. In fact, I'm thinking about getting another championship belt before the end of this year is out. They're getting my money. So to pay Netflix just to watch Raw, my advice, guys, put that back on USA. Y'all been with USA for 25 years. Why break up the family? Bring it back. Bring it back. Because as far as Netflix, again, I don't have anything against Netflix. Netflix is designed to save money on streaming, on watching movies. As far as that being on as a pay-per-view project, hell, that's the case. You might as well just put it on ESPN and do everybody a favor. Might as well, y'all. You know, and I'm about to change subjects, but you guys want to do what's best for business. Sometimes you got to do what's right for business, and for the first time in a long time, to put this pay-per-view on ESPN to the cable providers, and they're watching it for free. Now it's time that y'all doing the right thing. Now you guys are really doing what's right for business. The economy is messed up. Come on, don't make it any harder than what it is. So we'll see what happens. And I'm gonna change the topic, but if I were you guys, as far as Raw, you got two choices. Put it back on put it back on USA or ESPN. Either way, it's a win-win. Just say it. Think about it and leave it in the comments, or you guys can email me. All right, so we talked about that. Okay, the kids are back in school. This game will be coming out, they saying, in December 12th. Hopefully it comes out sooner than that. That is the Mortal Kombat collection. In fact, I'm going to right here. That is the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection Deluxe Edition. And yes, they are going to have it on the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2. They're also going to have it on. I'm getting it for the PlayStation 5. As a matter of fact, I have to go to GameStop today and put a few little extra dollars on there because I want that game paid off before October, because the Mortal Kombat 2 movie comes out right around that time. So hopefully I'll have that knocked out by then. Now, if you want to pre-order it right now, you can pre-order it from GameStop, or you can go on Atari.com and get this one. I hate I can't buy this in the store. All right. And that is, I'll put it up right now. That is the Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition. Okay. Now, like I was saying before, I was saying again, you have to go to Atari.com. Yes, Atari. You know, the same people who made the old school games back in the days, like the Atari 2600. You get what I'm saying. Now, you can see in the fine print, it's made for the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, PlayStation 5. Because from what I heard, after this year, they're going to discontinue making PlayStation 4 games. So if you still have your PlayStation 4 games, keep them, because your PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible for some of your PlayStation 4 games. So I love getting a system that's backwards compatibility. But in any case, the collector's edition is consists of the premium collector's box, the digital Steam code for your Steam Deck or your PC computer. The code works on both. You also have the art book. I love art books. And a little bit down in the lower right hand corner, you have the Scorpion Sub-Zero pin set. That's cool. You also have the commemorative arcade token. You know, you can put on your little desk or whatever. But the cool thing I like so far is the Goros controller holder, which means it will hold any controller. It will hold your PlayStation 5, your Xbox controller. I wouldn't be surprised if it holds this one, but it will hold it. You can get this, you can add this in your man or woman cave. Whichever you choose towards your preference. And I think it'll be great. Now, the price, it's going to stab you. You're going to be paying like about $180, but that's only on Atari.com. I went to GameStop. GameStop will not be issuing this. So if you try to go in the store now, even though you got the money to buy it, they're going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you. You have to go to Atari.com to get this collector's edition. Now, the thing about the collector's edition, it's going to have all the old school games back from the days. You name it, from the original Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, my personal favorite, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat. I love that, because now you can pick the robot and Ninja Smoke. Well, I'll talk about that for another time. But yes, it will have that on there. Now, because I'm getting it for the 5, you guys will see an exclusive gameplay on that as soon as it come out. And speaking of gameplays and shows, starting September, the first week of September, which is coming soon, we're heading into the fall, there are going to be changes on DCN, which presents Power Players. All my shows, which means with the exception of these 2 shows, State of Direction and Remember Them, as far as paying homage to the deceased, all that will be changed. But first, let's get rid of this. Leave in the comments and let me know if you guys can get the Mortal Kombat collection. Alright, so we're going to change this around. Alright, because I'm working everything from my tablet, I apologize. As soon as I pull it up. Little robot buddy, for the next couple of minutes, we're going on break. We're going to have a show soon. In fact, I'm going to need you back to give out our birthday shout-outs. There are going to be changes the first week of September. And I mentioned show broadcasting schedule times. All my shows consist of D's Word of the Night, my Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday shows, sometimes gameplays, my Happy Friday, Shout Out Saturdays and Updates, and Family Time Sunday. All those shows, as far as time of recording, will be from 30 to 45 minutes long, which brings back to the topic as far as State of Direction. It will be from 45 to an hour long. Depends on the topic, it might be shorter. So we'll see what happens. As far as Remember Them, same thing, 45 minutes to an hour. And the reason why I do that, because I take those, I mean, I got love for all my shows, but those shows there, I keep them separated because those are they're more important topics than pretty much the rest of the topics I have now, if that makes any sense. So those shows, they get a slide. Now, somebody was asking me as far as gameplay. I will do gameplay. The only way I'll do a 1-hour gameplay show, unless it's a new release game. For example, the new Mortal Kombat. I will do a 1-hour show because it's a new release game, or any new release game on the PlayStation 4 or 5, that viewing, that broadcast will last 1 hour. That's it. I'm doing this because the way YouTube is changing things now, and if in order for me to stay on here, I have to change right along with them. That's why I made State of Direction a little extra 1 hour, as well as far as remember them. The rest of the shows, you guys already know. Now, and the other reason why I did it, because again, they just passed the AI age restriction law on here, so I have to. Again, I don't like it, but then again, I would like this. So the way I like it and the way I don't like it. But I'm doing this to stay on here. All right. So, if I got to play by the rules, and keep in mind, I've been with YouTube for years. And if they have to change the rules, and if I have to change my own personal rules for us to be on the same page, so be it. But again, as far as my content and all that, the warning label speaks for itself. It says we need more subscribers, no trollers allowed. Thank you for supporting DCN for life. Self-explanatory. It tells itself. Okay. If it's something you don't understand about the show, leave in comments. Okay. And I've been saying this for years. I'm just the name, the face. I got to pay the internet bill in 2 weeks, and I got to renew my PlayStation. What you call it? The PlayStation membership in October to keep the show running. That's an extra, close to $100. So yeah, it costs, and that's why I said that's my 20%, and that 20% is very tough because it's coming out of my pocket. But if it means staying on the air and doing what I got to do with YouTube, that's cool too. The 80% are you guys. Your your thoughts matter. Your ideals matter. For every time we subscribe, we are one step closer to our goal. Comments, whatever it is, something you want to see, something you don't understand, y'all have the most easiest part of your job compared to mine. I have to keep everything running. And the best part about it, I'm not asking not one dime. Only thing I ask is your appreciation. That's all I ask. And your comments, your questions, more importantly, when you subscribe. Told you once before, if I win, we all of us, you, me, us, them, all of us, we will all win. Okay? So keep that in mind, and don't forget State of Direction is next month. All right? But we can change all that when the time comes. Okay, and again, he's my brother on here. Again, shout out goes out to Matt Unique, aka Prince Unique, aka Prince U Yeats. I'm glad you're on here. Wicked invited me on WWE 2K25 yesterday. I was playing something else. And again, shout out goes out to Wicked, to all our brothers from NWI, Matt Unique, Prince U Yeet. You told me you got the game. Cool. My party's open right now for 7. First come, first serve. I'm about to end the show in another couple more minutes. So let him know. Let all my brothers know right now. I do not have the season pass for WWE 2K25. I usually get it every year. I'm still trying to figure this out, especially the island. But I will say this: I will get the season pass, hopefully, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hopefully, I shall have that between now and the end of this month. No later than the first week of September. Because he was telling me, he's like, Spider, we need to team up. We need, believe me, any other time I would team up, but I got a lot on my plate right now between that and the Nintendo Switch 2, and oh yeah, Prince, we're gonna take DC Network Presents Power Players to the next level. So now I have a caption card now, which means I got a lot of video game homework to do. Hopefully, if everything goes well, don't be surprised, and it's gonna take some time and effort. That DC Network Presents Power Players, you're gonna might see some future Nintendo Switch 2 gameplay within the near foreseeable future. So I got a lot of work to do. Okay, but if it means bringing in more subscribers, fine. And right now, again, we are at 996 subscribers. We need the Fantastic Four. We need four more subscribers. Okay, to hit that 1,000 mark. Sooner or later, DC Nurse Presents Power Players, it will be the #1 show on YouTube, on PlayStation. Immediately follow. All my shows are being shared on Facebook Live. A couple of my buddies was asking me, how come you're not on Instagram? How come you're not on Snapchat? But I can tell you the reason why. Because I work every day. Only time I'm on Facebook unless it has something pertaining to this show. Now, I will share my show on there because you do have a lot of people on social media. Me, I'm a ghost on there. I'm there, but I'm not there. But if it has something pertaining to this show, I'll leave it there. No problem. Now, as far as Instagram, Snapchat, okay, I tell you what, I'll be fair. Once this show hits over 1,000 subscribers, it has to be over, then I might choose. I might choose either Snapchat or Instagram. That's a tough call. But if I did choose, we'll see what happens. Who knows? It might be it might be Instagram. Think of it as a little Easter egg. I'm just saying. But if we don't have over 1,000 subscribers or higher, I'm not gonna be on neither one of them. Somebody was asking me about Twitch, and the same thing. The only way I be on Twitch, if you want the Godfather video games to do some extreme gaming on Twitch, this YouTube show, this DC Networks Presents Power Players, we have to have 1,000,000. There is no excuse. This show lands 1,000,000 at its landmark. I'll do both. I'll be on YouTube, and days that I'm off, I'll do some gameplay on Twitch, even if it's just once a month, maybe twice, who knows. But you want the Godfather video games, we got to hit our 1,000,000 mark. This is how I know we got to have that 1,000,000 mark, because look at my walls, only got one picture back there. We get that play button from YouTube. The day I get, in fact, that's even better. The day I get that plaque from YouTube, that's the day I'll jump on Twitch. I think that's fair. I honestly believe that's fair. I get this plaque, we win, I'll still be on YouTube, and I'll start showing the love on Twitch. I think that's fair. I honestly believe that. Think that's fair. Leave in your comments on what you guys think. I'm open to suggestions, but this is where I stand. All right. And again, Prince, we on here. That's about it. I was telling everybody about movies, games, whatever. But this, I'll keep you informed personally on how we're going to run this out, because I got a lot of work to do on there. Hopefully I'll have it running in time before the holidays. Yep, and that's it. Let me give our final shout outs right now before I end my show. To the president and co-founder of DC Networks Presents Power Players, Sean the Genius Harris, everybody at the Harrison headquarters on the south side of Chicago, shout out goes out to you. To Robbo, 4 dinners, when I come out there, I got to run into Dion anyway, so y'all can update me what's going on in the third. Shout out goes out to you guys. To the guru, Larry Leonard at the Larry Leonard headquarters on the south side of Chicago. Shout out goes out to you, to your sister Billy, to your family and friends. You guys are like my biggest fans in the community. Shout out goes out to you. Jeremiah King, update me on what he's going to do, man. After we get the season pass, just update me. Shout out goes out to him. Who else? To my West Side family, Redmond, shout out goes out to you guys. To my immediate family, Crittens, Colognes, Johnson, Millsaps, shout out goes out to you. To my close friend, Love to Death, Margie Vallejo, shout out goes out to you. And tomorrow, because you know me, I work on weekends. Officer D will be back at the mall tomorrow at North of Sheffield Commons to protect the mall from the forces of evil and all that other jazz. Shout out to everybody there. To Marie and Morgan Cambridge, to my best friend Marie, shout out goes out to you. To my surrogate daughter Morgan, I love her to death. Shout out goes out to you. Who else? Vicky Richmond, again, shout out goes out to you. And yeah, sure. Oh yeah, like I said, in fact, I'll take it out the box before I end my show because I was going to get an Igato um, capture card. They want 130 for it. And again, I also want to give a shout out to the guy that told me to recommend this. Shout out goes out to Alex. I want him to look at this right now. Alex, the Lone Wolf Thorn. He recommended me to get this caption card so I could start doing video games on other projects. Haven't tested it yet. That has to be a day where I got to do a lot of programming. Because from what I'm seeing from this capture card, I have to really do some studying. It has to be, how should I put it? Because I'm about to end this show. It does look cool. Here's the thing. I'll take it out one more time. It looks cool. First of all, I mean, you know, it's by Warkey. This is a USB 3.0 capture card. Okay, it's silver. I do like the sturdy nylon cord. Haven't took it out yet. And then you got these parts right here. One goes into the computer, the other one goes into the gaming. And then you have these jacks right here. One for the headphones and one for the mic. Now, because my mic is placed on USB, I just order it today. I order a special adapter where I can convert to put my mic here. So I still need a couple more other parts for it. But once I get it, you know, we're gonna be cooking with gas, man. It's a good one. And here's the thing about it: I only paid, and I just got this card last week. I haven't even tested it yet. I paid 34. It was like $25. I paid $34 for it. Yep. Right now, I just got to get a couple extra more parts. Now the question is, now what computer is I'm going to run it on? That's the thing. I could run it on my PC, but I think the best computer I'm gonna run it on right now is my Alienware. It's in my backpack right now. So if I'm gonna run it on something, I'm gonna have to run it on my second strongest computer, and that will be this Alienware. Which I think I got 2 minutes. I'll take it out my backpack right quick because yeah. I own like 9 computers. Yes. I keep telling everybody, information is just as valuable as money, just as long as you have all the facts. Now, I'll admit, this here, always wanted one of these. This is an old school Alienware computer. I think Sean said this computer is a 2000, I think it's a 2015 or 2017. It might be an older model. I'm gonna make a true story on this computer like this. He said I might need to get one of those myself within the near pursuit of a future. I'll tell a quick story on how I got this computer right quick. 4 years ago, before all the new management left out of Best Buy. And again, I want to give a shout out to my boy. Haven't seen one of those in a long time because this is an older model. I want to give a very special shout out to my boy E. In fact, he the one looked out for me on this. So they was about to recycle this thing. They was about to trash it. I said, no. I said, man, I always wanted one of these, man. You really want to make my day? I'll look out for you, whatever. I really wanted this thing. So what I did, and the good thing about it, it came with the charge and everything. So what I did, I went to my mad scientist of DCM Networks Presents Power Players. So what I did, I I should not say I wouldn't say remodel it. In a way, we kind of rebuilt it on the inside. We rebuilt this damn thing. Okay, and look how wide that screen is. Look at that. Look how wide that screen is. All right, this thing is a monster, and I love it because it's an Intel Core. It's an Intel Core i7. So if I'm gonna be doing some capture play, I can run it on my $2,000 PC, or this is my most second powerful computer, and I think I paid an extra $800 to bring this damn thing back from the dead. So my math scientists put a new program in there. We put a bigger drive in there. We put a bigger solid state drive in here. So this is like my most second powerful computer that I've owned. I got 9, but this here, the Alien, that's what I call it. His name is Alien, yeah, and he's heavy, but he gets the job done. Got a built-in camera, everything. Look at that. So, and believe it or not, even though this computer's a 2017, I think Sean said, and it's an older model, I think this computer is worth over $1,800. And I only put like $800. I only put like $800 to bring it back from the dead. And this is like the last computer I own. And he really brings the pain. And I only use him for just ordering stuff. I can do gaming on here, just about everything. So, but this, that's how I managed to buy that. That's how I managed to buy this. Everything I buy from Amazon, I buy it from here. So I think now I'm gonna use my caption card on this. This thing is powerful. Yes, it even supports. It actually supports HDMI, built-in camera, 2 USB ports, 2 we got a mic and headphone set, Bluetooth compatibility, touchscreen. He was worth bringing back from the dead. So I will be doing my homework on that. You should show you something right quick before I go. Hell, look at my mouse. I even bought a mouse that goes with it. Got a nice little mouse. In fact, my friend Sean got this for me from eBay. I think I paid like $10. Wireless, does the job. So that's Alien. We call this little guy Spaceship. There you go. And just because it's old, it doesn't make it obsolete. He might be old, but he's powerful, man. He is definitely powerful. And only use him. Thank you. Only use him for business. Now he can do a little bit more. So hopefully, I'm gonna do all my homework on that. Okay. I could use the PC, but I'm like, no. I think I can get away with it with the Alien. I think the Alien can support it. So, and I like it because it has the built-in camera. So I just had to figure out how to work everything. But hopefully, if everything goes right, DC Networks Presents Power Players, you might be seeing, once I get everything I need to study, you might be seeing me using this capture card in the near foreseeable future. I keep telling everybody, what do you want to see on the Spotty 09 show? Yep. But that's about it. You know, that's a good question. I like, because I'm about to end this show right now. The first, because I don't want to make too much of a story of it, but I'm going to make this brief on the end of my show. The first laptop I ever owned, and they discontinue it, and the killing part about it, you know the old saying, one man's junk is another man's treasure? My first, because at the time I couldn't afford it at the time, and even to this day, I'm not going to buy anything new. I mean, I could if I could afford it, but in any case, my first laptop was a Toshiba Satellite. And it was like about as big as my Alien. Okay, and I found it in the garbage one day. I'm like, who threw this away? So I took it to my mad scientist, and it didn't have all the features like the Alien had, but it was standard. The problem it didn't have RAM. It had a 512 gigabyte, but no RAM. So I took it to my mad scientist. He's Dr. Frankenstein, and again, shout out goes out to Sean Harris from DC Networks of Power Players, the president and the co-founder, and because he's the computer expert, I'm the video game expert. Y'all know what I can do, but I'm gonna tell you what he did. So, long story short, we did two things. One, we had to get RAM for it. I think it was I think the RAM was either DDR2 or DDR3. I think it was DDR2. So I ordered some new RAM because it didn't have no RAM. This when I first got my Toshiba Satellite, and it was blue about almost as big as that one. So what I did is I bought the RAM for it, and another thing I bought the hard drive. It was too small, so I had to invest a terabyte. So yes, he asked about you too. So what I did, I increased the RAM, and I put a terabyte in there, and he reprogrammed the thing, and before you know it, that I had that Toshiba running, and he said, man, give it a name. Some people name their cars, some people name their boats. I mean, I didn't start naming my computers until after I got my first one. I said, you know what? He's blue. He got that bluish, purplish kind of look. He was reliable. I hate, he's no longer with me no more. I named it Dark Magician because I'm a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, he got that bluish. If I have any pictures of it, I'll put it on the show next time. Hopefully I got at least maybe one or two pictures of it. It was like this bluish, kind of purplish kind of look. I'm like, dang, why he kind of remind me of Dark Magician? Then I said, you know what? I'm going to name him the Dark Magician. And I'm glad I did, because he pulled me out of a lot of jams, that Toshiba Satellite. Had it for a while until it croaked. Then I said, you know what? Hopefully the next computer I get is just as strong as he was. And right now I got 9 of them, and my 2 strongest computers right now is my PC that's in my living room right now. I named him Mega Man 2.0 and Alien. And with those 2, I think I might be able to pull that caption card off. But that's my story. Yep. So right now I own 9 computers. 2 of them is like my it's they my headhunters, man. They don't get the job done, especially that one. I didn't mind investing in $800, knowing that computer right now is worth $1,800. And believe me, it will smoke anything that's new out here. Yep. Does it have HDMI? Oh hell yeah. Built-in camera? Hell yeah. The processor's an iCore 7. It ain't no BITCH. Straight up. Hell, it does the job. In fact, both of them does the job. It can do things that I never thought it can do. I'm still trying to figure out all the functionalities on this thing, and believe me, I don't like to brag about computers, but those two, do I need anything new? No, no. And then, and the funny part about it, when my friend E gave me that computer, he said it'll never run again. I said, you know what? It's funny because you guys at Best Buy, y'all the Geek Squads. I said, you know what? I might not know how to get it run. You guys got Geek Squad. I got a mad scientist. Oh, he ain't gonna be able to get it running. We'll see. We'll see. A year later, I took that same computer back to Best Buy. Runs now. It's a touch the screen. Runs good. I even compared to some of their newer stuff, and their minds was flabbergasted. Their minds was completely flabbergasted. You know, but dumbfounded. Like, how'd you get it to run? I said, I didn't get it. I didn't fix it. You guys have Geek Squad. I have a mad scientist. Well, we have a warranty. My mad scientist is the warranty. Okay, he is the warranty. Ever since he had that thing running, because I'm about to end my show, I didn't have not one glitch, not one virus. Might update it every year, and that's it. It don't slow down. It loads up in a fraction of a millisecond. Even if I'm watching videos on there, it does the job. So that thing right there, I know exactly what I need. And I told him, I said, no, right, I didn't fix it. And the best part to this day before I end my show, I never took any of my computers to Best Buy to get them fixed. Knowing I have a best friend of close to 40 years that, and I'm talking about Sean the Genius Harris. This guy, every computer I own, I never had not one problem. I think I take that back. Out of one time, I take that back. When my main computer crashed, and believe it or not, I don't know how it crashed. I looked up, not even 3 days later, he had the damn thing running in under 3 days. Okay. So since then, I ain't had no problem since. So that's the story of my alien and my custom. My custom, ooh, psh. And again, I gotta give praise to Sean the Genius Harris. He's the first brother I know of almost close to 40 years. Yes, the ones. He's the only brother I know that built my computer from the ground up. And when I mean by from the ground up, I mean he literally built it from the motherboard itself, from the ground up. Anytime you can customize your own motherboard and build it from the ground up, you know how much I paid for? I'm gonna take a picture of it next time. My custom PC with a homemade motherboard built from scratch, I paid about, I don't know, $2,000. And that damn thing's so powerful. I don't want to brag, but I'll put it like this. It can get into places that you don't want it to get into. Straight up. So, and I only use it for business, and it does far more. Gaming, all kinds of stuff. And when I said it can get into places I don't want to go into, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll give it a hint. Let's just say I want to go into a place that I know I could be a threat to anybody. I can do it, but I choose not to. I don't want to use that power for evil, even though it can be designed for that. But, yep. So again, shout out goes out to Sean the Genius Harris, best friend of close to over 40 years. His daughter's my goddaughter, you know. I love Sarah to death. His family, my family, you know. We brothers, man. Me and him, we brothers. And I wouldn't know half of the technology I know now for one for him. That's why we have the thing, DCN Networks Presents Power Plays. But I'm about to end my show right now. Oh, we're going to do some more gameplay in a few minutes, and then later on, I got to go to GameStop. I got to put some money down on this Mortal Kombat. But, yeah, that's it. So, stay tuned for further shows. Don't be surprised if DCN Networks Presents Power Players. You're going to be seeing some Nintendo Switch 2 gameplay. Who knows? If I get it running the way I want it to run, and I'm not an Xbox fan, but you got Xbox fans out there, you might see me play a couple of Xbox games. All right? We need more subscribers. We're less than 4 subscribers away. Let's make this happen, Captain. Because I told everybody, once we hit that 1,000 mark, we're going to have a get-together. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do the damn thing. And you'll be seeing it here on this show. I'm going to make sure I have a little get-together, bring some of my friends over. Now, we might, get some food, whatever. Have a little couple of drinks, whatever. It's going to be a get-together. Celebration? Oh, we get that 1 million. Oh, trust me. I'm gonna let my news station know about that. It's gonna be televised on the news once we hit that 1 million. But for now, I don't want to put the horse before the carriage. Again, 4 subscribers so we can hit that 1,000 mark. And not to mention, I will be the first YouTuber in history on 2 accounts. 1, I'm still running the same technology. And 2, to hit that first 1,000 mark on the PlayStation Network. It can happen. Oh, I almost forgot before I end my show. And I'm not going to lie, and I do love this technology, by the way, especially with this. There it is, because I will forget, and I almost came close to forgetting right now. Got one more job, little robot buddy. And if this is your birthday month for August 21st, 2025, happy birthday from all of us from DCN Networks and Power Plays. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. My next guest is, do I give out birthday shout-outs? Of course I do. It's no problem. 1, you have to sub to the show. 2, you leave in the comments as far as the day of or the day after. And 3, if I see it in the comments, I will give you a shout-out live on DCN Networks Presents Power Players. It can be a belated shout-out. You'll get that from me too. All right, let me just put this back because I'm really about to end this. You're done, little robot buddy. You're finished for the day. Well, that's it. I'll see everybody next time on DCN Networks Presents Power Players. This is Darnell Crittenden from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I talk to everybody later and later. I'll see everybody next time on the wild side. Please leave in comments, and whatever you do, subscribe. We only need 4, and we can make history on this channel, on this station. Okay, because that's what it's all about now, for real. I'll talk to everybody later and later. Peace. Until next time, Chicago. Until next time, the world. It's Darnell Crittenden from DCN Networks and Power Players. Whatever you do, keep playing your games. I'll talk to everybody later and later. Oh, I forgot to do my send-off. I apologize. But I'll do that next time on the next show. Okay? Take care of yourself and put God first. Catch you guys.